And then I'll put, hey, here's a link to our unique partnership. And that line, I put it through the analyzer. And that line, that's a very high converting line. And I put that in there and they can go and click the link. And that's how I've gotten my responses.
You turn the whole house into bedrooms and you rent by the room. Anything like that is going to be, successful.
Number one, the one we're talking about today is what, Kim?
Senior housing.
Traditional real estate investing is dead. Robert Kiyosaki and Ken McElroy think this is the solution.
The number one investment in real estate.
Be sure to watch until the end to uncover just how lucrative this housing solution can be.
You joined the real estate groups. There's probably a ton of them in your area. Did you do any posts, or was it just the private messages?
It's just the private messages. I had been going to the meetups even from before, but then when Corona hit and everything, and then just lifing, I kind of got away from that. But when you all had suggested in the course and then on your YouTube videos too, because you all stay in my feed every day. I see your shorts and I
Nice.
watch your shorts for like motivation and things like that. The meetups, I'm just like I said, I'm just starting to get back to the meetups based on my schedule. For Facebook, it's easier for me. I'm already a member of several groups locally, and I just go to the people. And I don't put post up. I just go on the back end and I just, kind of sift through people who have either real estate in their description, like, like your title or whatever. If it says real estate investor or real estate agent or someone who looks like they're doing real estate, I will message you. And so I do maybe like 30. I try to do 30 a day. Because if you do too many, then Facebook will block you. And that's happened too. So you have to kind of, because the Facebook thinks that you're moving too fast,
Yeah.
they block you for a day and a half.
Out of, roughly, like, you could just guesstimate out of 30 messages that you send, how many people reply back that are curious about it?
About one or two.
Okay.
So I want to say 6 or 8 calls, return calls, or no, is it 10? And I've taken calls with maybe 6 people so far. A couple of them in the beginning kind of flaked out because in the beginning I was just sending a message,
Yeah.
right? And then I did get some responses off of the message, and then it was a little bit of running around, and then you stopped talking to me, so I left it alone because I'm not chasing people. But
Love that.
so someone did respond to me though and said, "Hey, do you have a website?" And then
Mhm.
this is what dinged to me to say, you know what, put the
Nice.
website in the message on my investor site. So I put the link to the investor page in my message. So then they can go on the investor page and now I get better quality leads because they've
Very
at
cool.
least looked at that and said, oh, okay, and then they're responding to me now. And then I believe that link was in there with the guy that I'm working with now, the investor, and then the other investor who I'm meeting later today. That link was in there. And then I took another call with someone else. So I have a couple people or a couple of investors who know about what we're doing. They're excited. They're just in the process of getting property, but they know, we've talked about kind of what I'm looking for, and they're open. So they're like some pending investors.
Beautiful. Let's kind of zero in on the first one that you're partnering with. You messaged this guy in one of the groups. You included your website link. He responded back. He was interested. Do you want to give the folks an idea of what are you mentioning in that first DM that you're sending out to everybody?
I took it from the messages that you all put up in
Okay,
the gold course.
perfect.
And I just kind of template because you had said give them a little bit of background about yourself and something else. So I say, hello, I greet them. Hey, how you doing? Hope today is well. I do say I appreciate your time to read this. And then I put in there to the point. And then I go into the spiel and I talk about like what you had said about affordable housing. As you know, in the DMV area, housing is, an issue And then it goes into about, I've come up with I'm right now working on a new real estate niche. That's kind of the verbiage, and how property owners can 5 to 10x their property, kind of what you had said in there. And then I let them know I'm currently talking to agencies who have clients that they need to find them housing. I let them know that interest is growing in Prince George's County, in Anne Arundel County, and I'm looking to partner with, one or two or two or three local pros. That's what you had said, and I put that in there. Like, I'm looking to partner with some local pros. If you have a vacant property or something that will be vacant, so I put that in there. And then I do tell them I do have a background in real estate. And I tell them that I was an agent. I did work with EXP for 2 years. And I let them know a little bit about what I did in that time, that I was working with rentals, and that I closed a lease to own property, just to let them know I'm just not, just a little bit like a credibility kind of
Yeah,
a
of course.
thing. So they're just not thinking I'm, some lady off the street. Yeah, so, and I put that in there, and then I'll put, hey, here's a link to our unique partnership. And that line, I put it through the analyzer. And that line, that's a very high converting line. And I put that in there, and they can go and click the link, and that's how I've gotten my responses.
Beautiful. Yeah, so guys, maybe this is the first time you found us. There actually are a ton of advantages to this business model compared to the typical real estate investing landlord route. I mean, in fact, being a landlord is tough, in my opinion. I don't think most people shouldn't invest in real estate on that side, especially if you're looking for cash flow. It's surprising to a lot of people that don't know real estate, but most of these landlords, their goal is to make $200 or $300 per month.
Mm-hmm.
That's best case scenario. That is insanity to me. And they're often not making that. So when they see somebody like Stacey that says, hey, I have a strategy that's going to possibly, this is average, like it'll 10x the cash flow of a typical rental property. We get guaranteed checks from the government. We have way more control over the property. And on top of that, you don't have to do anything. I'll do it. I've done all the research. So this is why we spent so much time on the beginning, because most of you folks are not in the position to work with a landlord. You need to do the groundwork and the foundational work that Stacey did to be in a position to even say the script confidently and honestly, right? You want to be to the point where you want to be a good partner. If that landlord works with you, you are cool. I have all the contacts. I have my wait list. We're going to fill this up in the first month, and we're going to be making money. So even if you can, hey, I'm willing to give you $300 more per month. You just doubled their profit. And on top of that, you won't get any maintenance calls. I'll handle all the maintenance. And there's just so many advantages when you guys give them the script from the gold course and do everything that we lay out. It's a no-brainer to most investors. So, and as you guys can see, Stacey followed it to a T and added her own little flair to it. This is awesome. This is a great idea.
Want to learn more about the future real estate? Sign up for your free training material at www.grouphomeriches.com.